Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips. Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips. Loudest one wins with Daniel and the three tips.
I need a drink, so
Okay, we're started.
boom.
Tim's fancy beer. What's it called?
It's called Spite aus Nie. Late than never. I haven't put them on the bottles yet, but yeah, it's a Weissbier style German lager, and
Okay, nice.
I prematurely cracked a few of them. It's nice. It's crisp, clean, little bit of breadiness, slight bitterness from the hops. Just washes off the tongue nice and clean. None of that. No like buttery off flavor after effect. Nailed it.
Nice. Yeah, I cracked it open to some of my ciders. It's actually turned out pretty good now. Now that I cleaned like everything beforehand, and I used real yeast. Yeah, it turned out good.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I got another batch brewing right now. I'm gonna try to reuse the yeast to see how it goes. But I have a bunch of extra too.
Humor me, like you were getting by, and it's fine. It's kind of exciting when you make something you can feel proud of, isn't it?
It's good, yeah. The only thing I would have liked it to be more carbonated. So I looked at like the I probably didn't let it sit in the bottles. Like with your beer, so that you do like the priming or whatever, the natural carbonation. How long do you let them like bottle proof?
Well, I mean, they stay in the bottles. They once they eat up the sugar that you add to them, like they're not going to carbonate anymore.
Yeah, but how long do you like? How long
before I crack it?
Yeah.
Well, so that I wait like a week and I drink some flat beers, like, but.
That's what I did. That's what I was wondering.
It's usually like at least 2 weeks for them to reach like a noticeable level of carbonation, and then usually around by like 4 to 6 weeks they've like peaked as far as much as they're going to get.
Okay, so I think I probably did use the right amount of sugar because I did the calculator and I did it for like a mid on the like the carbonation ratio. I did like a mid one because I didn't. Just want to be careful not blow up bottles in my cabinet, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll be patient and I'll let it sit. Is it really worth it if you let it sit like extra few weeks in the bottle? You notice a lot of difference?
Do you enjoy drinking flat beverages? Like that's kind of up to you. I think peak carbonation is worth it. I mean, this is the thing, is like it sounds like you made one bottle.
Well, I made like it was like 6. So I've got 6 mini wine bottle size ones.
Did you drink them all already?
Oh yeah, I drink them all.
Yeah, see, so like slow down, okay? Like make multiple, crack it after like 2 weeks and test it, but like then you have some extras, right?
Yeah, I was just excited because it tasted good. I don't like buy alcohol, so the only thing I'm drinking is this,
And the dregs, the bottom, right? That little bit that gets left behind. That's all the yeast, like the dormant yeast, and then some dead yeast from the fermentation that happened in the bottle to create the carbonation. Yeah. This is a really good source of yeast for future batches because it's all mostly like fresher yeast versus if you're taking it from like your fermentation container and you've been reusing yeast. Sometimes you're getting some of those older generations, newer generations getting kind of mixed together. This is a like a pretty clean mix. And so you can take yeast from breweries that bottle condition and use it. Like they don't what do I want to say? Pasteurize.
Right.
Usually.
What kind of beers even still do that?
I mean, I don't know because I haven't been trying, but I know Bell's was. Shorts was.
Yeah, I think we talked about that, but they don't anymore, though, right?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
And it would only be glass. It would only be glass bottles. Cans. They don't do it in cans. They can carbonated beer. But yeah, some of those like older, more renowned breweries probably would they're selling it in long necks. So it's pretty easy to find out. If you can just take it out, and if it has a little layer at the bottom, that's it.
A little bit of scum on the bottom.
Yeah, that's why when you're drinking homebrew, it's better to pour it out because you can leave that behind.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I was avoiding the little bit because there's quite a bit of yeast buildup.
It's it'll sink down if you like pop it in the fridge for at least to chill it. But if you let it chill for a couple days, that layer will really settle at the bottom, and so you're able to pour off a little bit more while still leaving some behind. But yeah, the best thing is just to keep an eye on it and pour until it starts creeping up to the mouth, and then leave it behind.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
it's not like it's bad for you. It's just why drink it?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be patient with this next batch. I'm gonna let it sit.
Yeah, Nathaniel's going to be patient. Patient Nathaniel and the 3 Tims. That's what we need to rename this podcast.
I'm patient with some things, and not patient with others. I got selective patience.
Give it at least 2 weeks. Like this is 2 weeks tomorrow, and it's like it's good. It's better than the ones I cracked open this weekend. Right, yeah. It'll be by around Christmas. This is going to be great.
Yeah, I'll do that with the next one. I'll try the same to see if it actually does carbonate. That's probably my only problem.
Do a batch, and then like 2 weeks later, do another batch, and then it'll be easier to be like, all right, I can kind of wait a little bit when you crack open those first couple, and you got a few more waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just keep going, and that's how you develop alcoholism, and it's really great.
Yeah, the only thing is it did turn out it's very sour. It's because I used the champagne yeast. It's not sweet at all. It's like very, very sour. I like it, but yes, it would be better if it was carbonated. Like, because like flat and sour is not a good combo. But if it's very like carbonated, it's got a crisp taste that's better.
Is it sour like vinegar, or is it just like really thin and crisp?
Yeah, no, like thin and crisp. Like I had one. I was surprised. Like. Some of the bottles tasted different. There was one that tasted like. Have you ever have like the lime green Gatorade?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like that.
How well did you clean your bottles?
I cleaned them good. Why?
Just that's usually if you have a difference in your just like literal vessels. There's something up with the vessels. You say you've been running them through your dishwasher, right?
Yeah.
Do you clean out your dishwasher trap?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't run good if you don't.
Yeah. I mean, what did you top them? Is it swing tops or how'd you top them?
Yeah, swing tops. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Well, so I did the priming a little bit imperfect. That part. No, I think I measured it all right. Like I boiled some water because I put like some fall spices too. So I made basically just like a batch of like tea. So I did like some cinnamon and clove and stuff like that. I put in the required amount of sugar, and then I like just eyeballed. I evenly spaced it for each of the bottles.
That might be why they taste different.
Yeah. That's a reason.
You can. I mean, so when I bottle, I transfer from my vessel, which had ideally been a secondary, especially with this one. It needed a little bit more clarity. But you transfer from your vessel to a bottling container, which you pour in all of your sugar solution and stir with a sterilized something, and that ensures a even mixture that you then put into your bottles.
Yeah,
food for thought.
I just need to get like more vessels. I need to go to the dollar store again, just buy a bunch of big jugs,
Yeah, I mean for bottling, I use a bucket.
A bucket. Oh, okay, interesting.
But I mean, I have it has like a spout on it, which I have like a bottling wand attached to, which is a tube with a little spring-loaded thing.
Okay,
and so you just leave the faucet on. It fills the tube up, but it doesn't drain until you push up that spring stopper, and it fills the bottle. Very handy. You can do it with a bucket instead of a trip to the hardware store,
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should do that. I don't have a lot of space, though, is the thing.
Yeah, I get you.
Is what it is. At least it's turning out good. It's drinkable. Like I think you would drink one of the ciders, especially if I let.
I'm trying. I try. At this point, you're cleaning things, you're using actual ingredients. I'd try it. I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bad, sour, but I don't know. I like sour.
Like I said, you get an even mix just somehow, even if you just like put it, into a jug or a pot or something, a sterile pot, get a good mix on that, you get a consistent product. I think because then once you have consistency, then you can start honing in on things, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this would be great with a little bit more cinnamon, versus this one that didn't get like hardly any spices at all. Like,
yeah, that'll be how I start doing it. But it's interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna try those spices again because I feel like that would go better with like a sweet cider, but with something that's just like very crisp and sour. I don't know if the spices work with it as well. I mean, it tasted fine, but I don't know how well it fit.
if you're looking for a little bit of that sweet flavor and it doesn't even fuck with you can put artificial sweeteners in.
Yeah.
So you could put like stevia in or whatever. And I'm not talking about like jacking it up so it's like woodchuck. I'm talking about like putting in that little touch that fills it out, So something to think about.
Yeah, maybe.
A thing to be able to play with once you're getting your consistency down,
Yeah. We'll get there. Okay,
so that's the fun of it for me.
Let's talk about AI music. So we had to go.
Well, that's not in the. That's whoa. We didn't even start off the top. It's fucking cold. I want to address the real elephant in the room. It's goddamn fucking cold.
That was a legitimate point there.
I wanted to talk about how
let's
fucking
hear your
cold
grievances.
it is. It's fucking cold. I have taken to sleeping in full like pajama outfit plus socks plus a long sleeve shirt.
Oh yeah, it's Long John season now for sure.
I'm building a bed frame tomorrow. My bed is still on the floor. That might be part of it as well. But
yeah, how cold is it in Detroit? Because it's colder here, but it's not that bad.
It's been like teens, maybe getting to the low 20s, plus like some wicked wind chills.
Yeah, we're still getting 30s here. That's why.
Yeah, it's fucking cold. It's been bitter cold. Like I just finally put lotion on because I'm breaking out and bleeding again.
Damn, this is the nice thing about being by the ocean is like it regulates a little bit where we get cold, low 30s. I can complain a little bit, but like it really stops you from getting those super Arctic winds, whatever they call them.
Fucking cold. House is gonna be underwater in 30 years. All right, I'll take the fucking cold.
Yeah, well, this one, I'm on the 4th floor, so.
Waterfront access.
Yeah. I can build a diving board out my window.
So, all right, that's fine. We can get into AI. It's fucking cold, man. And, I used to love the cold, but I'm old now, and I got arthritis. I'm over it.
Yeah. No, I feel like, I don't know. I think maybe in the future, in the far future, buying land, we go someplace warm. Setting up the castle plan. Maybe is going to be moving south a little bit.
There's probably going to be a lot of land freed up for American development in South America here in the next couple of years, just saying.
yeah, that's true. Okay, let's get into AI, though. So tell me about the King Gizzard update.
So I didn't get too deep into it. It was just something I saw in the brief moments at work today while I was thumbing my phone. But we talked about this before, how they removed their catalog from Spotify for their reasons, which we found odd. But Spotify decided that how they would deal with this loss is to replicate King Gizzard's entire catalog with AI replicas, literally going as far as having the songs have the same fucking names. Mm-hmm. And they changed it to like King Lizard. And that is fucking insane.
That's funny. I wonder, it's probably not actually Spotify. It's probably just some dude using like the Suno app to replicate them. Because I wanted to talk about similar things anyway, that you're probably not aware of like the vast amount of AI replicas on YouTube and probably everywhere. Because I work at a retirement home, so like every TV just has like Frank Sinatra mix, like all these like old things, and it's all AI replicas. Now, if you type in YouTube like 50s oldies songs, the first page will be all these mixes of AI replicas. Because I started listening to it, and I'd be like, why is Frank Sinatra auto-tuned? Like, because they get very close to the songs, like similar arrangements, but you could just hear it. The voice is like it's auto-tuned, like it's. And then I've realized like these old people, they're listening to AI music all day. It's got like AI backgrounds going through like, oh, a nice little cottage listening to auto-tune Frank Sinatra. But it's vast. Like, I don't know what the copyright laws are that it might be illegal to just like recreate. Cause like you can cover any song that you want, you know. King Gizzard's probably making money off of that because it's probably technically like a cover, but it's like everything. Like AI music is growing way more than I realized, and I would have never even known it, you know, except for working this job because I don't listen to stuff like that.
It's just like I don't know that the problem has become so much that like AI making this stuff is the problem. I almost start to wonder if the real problem is that like, and I've been thinking about this a little bit lately, is that like we're so used to listening to like the same thing that it doesn't stand out. Mm-hmm. And I think honestly overall music, like just in general, that's kind of like a depressing idea that I've realized over the last like 15, 20 years is like there's not exciting music coming out. There's not like groundbreaking music. There's not music to get people like jumping off the couch and go out and like buy tickets and stuff. It's all the fucking same.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a divide, you know, because it's so funny because for the past, you know, 30, 40, 50 years, the music industry's all about like getting new gear and making everything perfect. You know, we came up with auto-tune and then Beat Detective, where before AI, it's like every song sounded pretty perfect and it was pretty robotic. And now that's like, I think it's going to change. We're going to go back to making things sloppy and organic because AI is just going to pump out so much, you know. People are going to get tired of that auto-tune sound. But I say that because I also saw, like, researching this, that they've been testing it, and they found that, I think it was 90%, let me check that number, but 90% of people they tested couldn't tell, it was 97% of people couldn't tell if music was AI or not. And, you know, working at that retirement home, those old people, they don't even know what AI is. They're just watching. It's like, oh, good old Frank.
Yeah.
Good old Frank Sinatra crooning again. It's like, no.
I do wonder about like how long, like how much did they get to listen to, right? Because that's the thing is like if you listen to those AI songs, because I've heard a couple of them, you know, especially like kind of the jokey ones, and it's like you could buy it for a length of time. But at any like, there's like a certain point where it's just like you start to realize that things just aren't right. You know, it's like looking at an AI picture where you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Why is his arm 15 feet long? You know, like you just start to pick up on these things.
It's gotten so much better where you're not going to hear weird artifacts like that. You'll notice it, and you'll really only be able to notice it with certain music. So like you can really hear it with like jazz and Frank Sinatra, because Frank Sinatra wasn't auto-tuned and he's bending into notes and doing vibrato. So when like AI is trying to replicate that, it sounds like a Frank Sinatra synthesizer, you know. But if you're just replicating new modern music that was made to a click track and it's already auto-tuned, like it's I don't know. We're gonna
pop music. Like pop music. You know, and that's the thing is like, you know, the 97%, the like, you know, AI music taking over, the divide you're talking about. There is a sect of people who are going to be fine with it, but they're the people that just mindlessly consume anything that's put in front of them anyways. I think for like the sect of people that like actually listen to music with a discerning ear and like have an attachment to music and an attachment, especially like people grow an attachment to bands because of their music. They're still not, that's not going to come anywhere near satisfying.
No, but I think the depressing part is that the people that are okay just like shoveling AI slop, I think it's the majority. You know, I think it's healthily over 50%.
I don't know if it's a majority. It's a large amount.
So here's, I don't know if you look at Billboard. So I was looking into this more, that AI artists are already cracking Billboard charts. Like, I think it's every single week for the past few months, there's been at least one AI artist on Billboard charts. And it's like certain ones, like things like country and R&B, that's like really eating it up. There's been like country songs #1 multiple times now that were AI artists.
Yeah, but man, people who actually are listening to music aren't listening to new music. So like Billboard, like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
them,
but it is the majority of people. I think there's like a certain level of music connoisseur where they're going to be digging in, because there's already so much music. You're never going to run out of music. You're just going to be digging through old stuff, and like finding new bands. But I think there's a lot of people that will just take the slop.
Yeah, I mean, how many Marvel movies do we have?
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I think it is going to open up certain opportunities, though, just because now that it's so easy to just make, perfectly packaged auto-tune songs, that people will hopefully shy away from that, because that's what's dominated the music industry.
Dude, is this going to be the musicians' way to take touring back? Because touring is absolutely fucked, but AI bands can't tour.
Yeah, touring, and even just like live videos and stuff, live recordings.
Because if the venue's got nobody to play, like that affects them, and so now their relationship with like Ticketmaster is fucking strained because of the stress that Ticketmaster puts on the people who would actually come and fucking play. And so maybe we get an alternative, or maybe we just go straight back to backdoor, like you got to fucking call everybody and set up your shows and stuff, but you don't have to deal with fucking Ticketmaster.
Yeah, I think it'll help like local music. All the big national acts and stuff like that, they're going to slowly get cut down, because I think the labels are just going to focus on AI stuff. Yeah, it's going to be weird. I think it'll be good for independent musicians. People that are doing like really creative stuff, whether you're an artist or a musician, there's always a niche for you, because AI isn't going to make anything new, It's just going to be regurgitating stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting though, but the AI slop is already it's bad. Like do some independent research sometime when you have a chance. Just go on YouTube and look up mixes, especially with like old stuff, and it's vast. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, what is there a huge difference between AI and just the vast majority of just like actual shit that is out there as well?
Yeah, well,
like some people are making homegrown, natural, organic shit. Not everybody has an ulterior, technical, driven motive. Some people are just bad.
Well, I think the bad people will still continue posting their bad art, and no one will watch it. Still, Well, AI bots will watch it.
Right. That's some stuff I've heard about AI, where it's like the only way to beat it is just start feeding it shit. So like start making music that's just like absolute trash.
Yeah, music is unfortunate that's going to destroy things. I think it's going to be interesting with like animating in movies, because it's going to allow, because that's a really hard thing to pull off on your own. You can get really good and fiddle on a laptop and make and produce your own music and make awesome stuff. There's certain art forms like movies where it's like you're probably not going to do the whole thing, or video games, like you're going to need a team to work on it. But we're going to hit the point where there's going to be independent directors and writers who are good with AI that can just feed a script into AI and get a whole AI thing. It's going to be interesting.
And I'm sure that the creators of the best films and the creators of the best games would tell you that they did it all themselves without any input from anyone else, and that's why the product they created was so amazing. Maybe there's a like with the music, right? Like there's that guy fuckhead whoever came out and said like, "Oh, music's too hard. You gotta learn an instrument. You gotta learn all this stuff." Like people don't enjoy making music. It's like, are you supposed to fucking enjoy like a labor like that and like the responsibility that comes with it? Like, is it really such a fucking pain to learn an instrument? Is it really such a fucking pain if you want to make this big project to connect with people, to do it, and then have other forms of input, which can make it better?
Yeah, no, I get that point too. Like music, I don't know, music is different because you could, like, and for a long time it was like there's just one genius composer, and you just need a piano and a pen and paper, and you can make these vast things. But I think it's just different with movies and video games, where you have needed a team. Of course, you can make great music with a team, and people have made great music independently too. But now, I don't know, it opens up that possibility with movies.
Yeah, but I think movies and games are so much bigger than music. Like, they just encompass so much more.
Yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
In my opinion, it isn't something that you can undertake on your own. At least not at the scale that people are going to want to be doing it and going to be attempting it with AI. Like, if you narrow your scale, then I could see AI being properly used as a tool. But if you're just trying to replace, actually like talking to a cinematographer about how you want these shots to turn out, and talking to your actors about your characters and stuff like that, chances are you're actually just going to make a big pile of shit.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And unless AI gets like really good at that stuff, because right now it's same thing with like the music. Like the people that are making even the shit slop AI stuff, they at least know about music, where they know how to prompt the AI good and stuff like that. That's its own skill in itself. Yeah, so it probably won't be one person, but it probably will be like a team of 5 people, each with their main focus controlling AI. It's definitely going to work its way into things.
Yeah, but is it going to be done well? I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. Probably not. We're not at that point yet.
And I mean, that's, that gets into such a big thing too about like, with AI and being copyright and everything, like, styles, right? Mm-hmm. Especially with like animated films, the first place that's going to be hit is like anime. Yeah, and so sure. Much anime is tied to the style of character, the style of action and all that stuff like that. And like, I don't think there's like copyright on that stuff, but like, I mean, it's going to be some fine lines being towed there, or just straight up fucking treaded over.
Yeah, it's tough because like there's the certain subtle things like you can't copyright, even with music too. It's like it's very concrete stuff. With like music copyrights, it's like melody and lyrics basically. So you can get really close to something, and
SRV should have been able to copyright that tone.
What'd you say?
SRV should have been able to copyright that tone.
Yeah, right.
that guitar tone that comes on, you're like, that's Stevie. I don't even need to look. That's Stevie.
Yeah, but he was like, a part of his is from Jimi Hendrix too, though. He's got a
No, but that tone is all its own, though. The tone, I'm saying.
Yeah, the tone.
Nothing about the playing. Just like, you play like one note or one chord with that Strat with the heavy ass strings going through his tube screamer. I don't know if he used Marshalls or, but like that tone that you hear, that should be able to be that you should be able to copyright that.
Yeah, it's those subtle things that you can't, not even the tones. Like you could totally rip someone's song off, as long as it's not, you don't have the exact same melody or lyrics.
Doon 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 doon.
Yeah, how did that one even go? He got sued though, right?
No, but he won. I'm pretty sure he won.
Oh, I think he bought the rights to the song. I think that's what it was.
No, because he got sued for it, and his court case was dependent on that, because the song goes doon 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 doon, and he goes, no, we added like a hi-hat to the end of it, which makes it different.
Yeah, so I think he lost the court case and then just bought the rights to the song, right?
He lost the lawsuit against Queen and Bowie. Was forced into an out-of-court settlement. So Queen and Bowie got credits and royalties, estimated $4 million.
Oh, there you go. I think I'm thinking of a different case. Maybe I'm mixing it up.
There's all of Zeppelin's ones.
Oh yeah, they were just straight up stealing songs.
And then just burying these old poor musicians in court fees.
Yeah.
Great music though. God damn it.
Yeah, they
like
were
the biggest asshole. And then like Stairway is a complete ripoff of that one Taurus song who they toured with the year before they wrote Stairway. but
Really?
they'll never own up to that.
I feel like I vaguely heard about that, but I even heard that band Taurus.
Yeah, and I didn't hear to do it before I heard about the shit around it. But like, you go listen, it's like the chord progression, the like kind of like like it's all there.
Really, that's funny because that's like a very unique melody and chord progression too. It's not something that you just accidentally take. They're for sure not above that though. They're just ripping stuff off all the time.
I mean, we've never heard of that Taurus one. Everyone's heard of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, they probably did it better, you know.
Yeah, I mean they obviously did. Yeah. They had John Bonham.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm hoping this whole AI thing will bring back more live organic music. You know, I've been thinking that way the past couple of years, where I've been doing more acoustic stuff, and I made that, you know, little set of like very produced songs. But at least lately, I've been trying to go a more organic route. It'd be nice if there could be room for a band like Led Zeppelin again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is a band like Led Zeppelin again. You ever, what was that? The band out of Frankenmuth. The fuck's their name? Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's just like straight ripped off that Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, they're not good though. I mean, it's not. It lacks the depth. It's like they're getting like it's like an imitation of it. You know, they're not getting especially when you think of like Led Zeppelin's later stuff. There's so much detail and just like orchestration in those songs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, their later stuff is very complex.
Yeah.
But like I think of like Rival Sons, how they sound a lot like Zeppelin and Bad Company and stuff, but they still kind of have like their own quality. Whereas like Greta Van Fleet was just like, you know, it's like the quote by Oscar Wilde, you know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but no one knows the second half of that. It's that mediocrity can play to greatness.
Wait, what was the second half?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up so I don't butcher it, because I'm pretty sure I've Oscar Wilde. Okay, yeah. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. That mediocrity can play to greatness.
Okay.
So it's actually like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Everyone's like, oh, it's, you know, it's flattering. It's like, no, that like, you know, shitty people do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it is true. You never really hear that. It's like, it's how it works with like every, at least like artistic trend, is like there's one person that breaks ground, and then it starts the whole thing, and then there's these stragglers past it. But
dude, how many 90s bands sound like fucking Eddie Vedder?
Yeah. It's funny because like the 90s they had like, it was like Nirvana and like their clones, and like Pearl Jam and their clones. You know, maybe you'd put like Soundgarden on a different pillar, and then maybe like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's like you had the original bands, and then everyone copying off of them the next 20 years. Maybe that was the era of rock before it died.
Yeah. You know, that was the start of like, oh, like this is the sound, this is what's selling, everybody do this.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was, you know, especially for like popular rock, like that was the beginning of the end, where it was like nobody was creating anymore, nobody was innovating. Mm-hmm. I mean, not nobody, everyone loves to jump up, but like, you know, on the majority.
Yeah. Especially
your like national acts.
Do you ever watch you ever heard of Rick Beato?
No.
He's got a really good music YouTube channel, and he was a music producer during that period, like I think like late 90s, early 2000s, like a rock producer, and he's just a great musician. He's like a really top-notch jazz guitarist. But he was talking about that era of when like he'd have a band come in, and they have this like great big budget for making an album, so he can hire a bunch of good musicians, and they do all this stuff. Then each year the budget is slashed till the end of it. It was just him. They'd like give him a band, and he would just like record everything. He like re-recorded all the guitars and the basses, because you know how it is. Like a band comes in, it's like the singer's really good, maybe the bassist is good, but then like the drummer sucks, and like if you're a producer, you're redoing a lot of stuff. Yeah. But it just became this like thing where it's like there's no money, so it's just it got rid of the whole thing with the band until it totally died, you know. And then maybe it was like 2010 is the death of rock, when I guess pop and hip hop really took over.
Yeah, well, I mean, you started having such like the country rap crossover and like these new trends. What was the big one? There was like bordello music a few years ago or whatever.
Bordello music? I think I missed that one. What even is that?
Just like the type of stuff you'd expect to hear in like a fancy whorehouse. No, music's been weird. Music's been for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like you were saying, like I don't think that at this point, or like it's like music's gonna go on grassroots again, right? Like you said, like local scene, and I can see kind of like I was talking about where like venues can start to be open again to those not national acts, those local acts, and it's kind of like what I've been thinking about of would be ideal for me would be like if there was like enough local places around that you could play like once a week, right? You get out once a week and play a show for 30, 60 minutes, and like if there was enough for that would be great for musicians, especially to be able to get that footing, because it's so hard just to get that footing starting from nothing.
Yeah, there's certain places like you can do that in New York, but
yeah,
New York, there's
LA.
Yeah, it's really just a money thing. There's the places here, but they don't really pay good,
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But that's just because there's too many musicians here. Supply and demand. Yeah, I think there's a little silver lining there. But overall, the overall music industry is going to continue dying, though, for sure. It's going to be hard. I think what
it means for musicians is there's work that's available to be done, but it's going to be hard work.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I think
it's scratch and crawl, and somebody kind of like back in the 60s with like Hendrix, the Beatles, like all that explosion, like people weren't asking for that, people weren't clamoring for that, people didn't even know they wanted that. You had to come out, bring it out, and shove it down their fucking throats. Like that's what people need to be prepared for. That, like, you break it to the wall, you're going to get bloody, but somebody's got to break the wall down.
Yeah, you think like a unified thing? I don't think that's going to happen anymore, though. Because
what do you mean a unified thing? I didn't say anything about unified.
No, I guess it'll be different that way. But just the idea of like a new movement or like a cohesive era is different with the internet now, though. Because
I don't think it's like a drove of things or whatever. It's just like musicians on a whole need to start being like, what's the idea past the first idea? Yeah. What's the idea past the reaction? What's the lick? What's the melody that I need to like reach for and work for to get that one fucking time that I can do it and put it on tape,
Yeah.
Stop playing safe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's going to be an influx of safe sounds with AI. Where that's
a problem with music. Done. I feel like that's a problem with music is like kind of just like across all genres is nobody's trying to sound like the culmination, the sum of their influences. Everyone's trying to sound like somebody.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, part of that's because of the record labels too. Record labels don't want to take chances.
No, you gotta give up on the idea that a record label is going to mean anything to you, anyways. Record deals don't mean shit anymore. Yeah,
it's interesting. Hopefully people can still make money, but I think it is going to be unique sounds and then just like niche audiences. I think people have to give up on the idea of becoming the new big act and stuff like that. That's probably not going to happen, but you could probably still find a little loyal fan base, especially with the internet.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that. We might build to that, but it's like the grunge thing in Seattle. Like that was very isolated to Seattle. That was Seattle specific, and there was tons of things going on all around the country. But like that hub exploded there. So something like that can happen again, where if you get enough of in one area, enough people pushing this idea that people start getting really excited about it, and it just starts to grow like that. That's possible, but it has to start from that like grassroots kind of like place of playing in bars and struggling to find your sound and what people don't realize they need.
Yeah. I don't know. The future's just so weird. I don't know if it'll happen like that again, or if with like internet niches where it can be like, someone develops something unique on their corner of the internet and then it explodes from there. 'Cause I feel like people aren't social enough anymore to make like a real like bar and club scene take off again.
I think people are hungry for it though. Like people are looking for something. Like I am. I fucking am. I'll admit. Like I don't get a chance to go out, and there's like a lot of constraints, and a lot of them are me. But like I want that community place and feeling, and an idea that like we're part of togetherness and not isolated little fucking bean pods.
Yeah, no, there probably is something there. What I wonder though is if that's just a relic because we're from like an older generation, but like
fuck off, you're old.
No, I'm including me in there too because
I know. You're old.
But like, if kids growing up though, do they think that, or do they just want to have their little internet community? I think it's a lot more common for younger people now that they just grew up with the internet and they have their internet friends and they have internet cultures.
I think they do want it. My daughter loves, my daughter is of the younger, she's 8 and she loves her video games and her TV shows and stuff like that, but she loves any opportunity to be social. And I think the younger generations would be very open to it if it felt like a safe space, if it felt like a space where they could be themselves. I think, man, old people fucking suck, and they're cracking on everybody. And it's like so I was at the library this week working, and I got into a bit of a scandal. So
Scandal.
Old guy that was walking around and kind of like he's going around doing the old man thing, and he came up to me and asked me if I was growing a beehive on my head. And so with my voice I replied, no, that's my hair. With my eyes I said, fuck off, old man, and he fucked up. But he was bothering like this younger girl who I know from the other place where I hang out to work, and it was just like. It was really bad. It was uncomfortable. And I had to like ask him to leave us alone. And like old people just like are so shitty sometimes about like they're completely aware of how uncomfortable they're making people and they don't give a fuck. Uh-huh. And we're of the generation like I'm totally past the point of safeguarding old people's feelings. I will tell you to fuck off. I'm done dealing with your shit. Uh-huh. The younger people haven't dealt with that enough.
Right, like they don't know.
Right? Like you got to not worry about them. They don't give a fuck about your feelings. Fuck their feelings. Yeah. But I think if that space is available, we're humans. I don't care how much like we've it's Plato's cave. We've always been placated by something, and it's changed over time. But there's always been something that's been able to like steal our attention away from each other. But we always feel that desire and try to find a way to come back to it. It's natural.
That's a good point. Maybe there is like a real deep unmet desire for something like, I don't know, like better bars. Like every place just needs like a nice pub or something,
Well, fuck, dude, bring it up. The coffee shop that I work at, most days that I'm working out of the house, they're getting shut down, and it literally just be. Like he pays his lease and stuff, and he runs a great business, and it's an awesome community space. I sit in there 2 days a week, like all day, and I see so many regular customers come in. I see so many groups of people come and use the space. It's such a great community space, and they're kicking him out. He figures because he won't sign a 10-year lease. He doesn't know they just won't fucking talk to him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like people like community spaces. Community spaces are essential.
Yeah, I think the problem is it's not super profitable, So
and that's the problem is like, fuck, who gives a fucking fuck?
Okay, hear out my idea. We start up a bar and restaurant, but it's actually a church. So it's a church. No, hear me out. So
I just don't want to work in the restaurant.
We get tax breaks, and we keep the wine and the bread, but then we just forget the other part. It's like It's just only church only communion. You hang out, you drink wine, you eat bread, and you hang out and you talk. And you just only do that part.
So who do we pray to? Whose picture we got on the wall?
We to the bread and wine. It's
no. There has to be a symbol of this.
It's a loaf of bread.
It's a loaf of bread that is wearing a suit with human hands.
Yeah. And he's crucified up there.
Dude, I heard this great joke online. Why do church women love Jesus?
Why?
Because he's hung like this.
Stupid.
No, yeah. I mean, except for the fucking restaurant part, because I don't want to work in a restaurant ever again in my life. I am honestly trying to incorporate whatever I do into also like a religion has definitely been on my radar for like the last 5 years. Like, just call it a religion and don't pay taxes. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you probably could do that. I don't know. What about bartending? Too restaurant adjacent, or would you bartend, Tim?
I would watch somebody bartend.
You'd watch somebody bartend. Yeah, that's helpful. That's a great skill.
You're doing a great job, except my glass is getting a little low.
Yeah, I think that's just called drinking at a bar.
But at a bar, I make money off of.
Right.
Yeah, unless I drink too much, which has always been something that's in my head. You know, like I brewed beer for like 10 years. You know, like I would love some part of me is like, yeah, absolutely, like a brewery and tap room would be amazing. Except like, am I just gonna go straight to drinking myself into an early grave because it's so accessible?
Right.
Like bankrupt the business. That's what a lot of them do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting idea. And even if you didn't do a religion, I wonder if someone's thought of opening like a community pub as a nonprofit, you know. I'm sure someone's done it out there. But at that point, you still got a grant, right? There's still work that needs to be done. You know?
Yeah, no, as a nonprofit, I mean, you're doing it for profit. I think religion, you're spot on.
You're about the religion part.
Yeah, it's all about the religion. You had me at the religion. I don't know you could have said we're opening a fucking ski slope. But as long as we're calling it a religion and getting tax breaks, I fucking hate it. I just gotta know who we're praying to.
Yeah, well, it's because nonprofits get the same tax breaks that religions do.
Yeah, but it takes a lot more to be like, hey, we're here for the community. We're gonna do absolutely right by them. We're not gonna worry about politicians, corporations, or anything. Government's like, You're like, honestly, I just kind of want to take advantage of people. Government's like, there you go. Tax-free, motherfucker. You enjoy those bennies.
We're keeping the collection baskets.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we're going to like an old church and we're taking legit collection baskets. Remember St. Ignatius just had the ones with like the long handle?
Yeah, the long handle.
Like that's what I want, the wicker with the long handle.
People are eating, you're just like inching a basket.
Right under their nose.
Just be real annoying with it.
Yes, we are spot on with that. God damn it. I don't like I've been to churches that have like the little bat and you like pass it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You guys can't afford handles?
Yeah, right.
And you get the short, there's this short guys, and they'd have to like get on their tippy toes and reach across to get to the middle. Oh man.
No, I bet that would do good in a place that has money. Like, unfortunately, you need to live in a place with money to get anything nice. But like in a nice neighborhood, I think if you did like run like a bar and restaurant where you just walk in and you get food and it was just like donation based and you did it that way, it'd probably work. It's like the Radiohead thing, you know, where they put it out for pay what you want and then they ended up making more money anyway.
For a man who has no faith in people's like ability to, consume music responsibly, you got a lot of faith in people to pay for stuff that they're going to eat and drink for free.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Like some people may like you'd move a lot of product, guarantee that.
Yeah, well, it's like you need to. It's about getting like you need a couple whales. You know, you need a couple people that are going to throw in a lot of money to pay for the rest. Because I mean, that's kind of how churches operate. You know, they're swindling to do like they do food banks and stuff like that. But the money's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, churches are the oldest lobbying organization, though. Like churches have connections, so like there's a reason that people will come and like, you know, chip in 10-20 G into the church roof fund. You know, it's because when they need something done for their business, they can go talk to their pastor and get guidance on it. And then their pastor will go talk to a city manager and give them guidance on it.
Yeah, there's some of that going on for sure.
For sure, man.
I mean, some of them, there's a lot of churches, though. In some places,
Yeah.
A lot of times they're just taking advantage of vulnerable old people, you know?
Yeah, but you're talking about the ones that are run out of like strip malls. Like they don't have a lot of overhead either.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we are officially now we're just getting into cult territory.
Well, I mean that's kind of what we're talking about. We're talking about
but like
bread and wine cult.
No, but we're actually going to call it that.
The bread and wine cult.
Like, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? I don't know, the bread and wine cult? Yeah, I'm feeling that too.
I really like their bread, but that guy, he puts that basket too close to my face. I really don't like that basket guy.
It tickled my fucking mustache. I was chewing a pierogi. No, I think we got a solid idea here. The wine and bread cult, wicker baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the organ.
It's a religion. Yeah.
Organ music.
Big, like, and I'm talking, this is like a 10-foot wide, 25-foot tall. It's like imposing painted portrait of a loaf of French bread wearing a nice black suit with human hands like this, you know? and like a glowing halo. That's happening.
It's funny because that's probably what Christianity and probably Judaism started out as too. It's just like, oh, get together. We get together on Saturdays or Sundays and we drink wine and eat bread, you know?
Share stories, yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody started believing the stories.
Right. I don't know.
Kind of like the theme we've been talking tonight. I don't think we've reached the tipping point of it yet where people are like ready to flock to their local jam space, their local, brew pub, like the community gatherings. But I think that we're getting so isolated and so worn out that like that breaking point is going to come. And I think the people, the musicians, the business owners who put themselves on the forefront of that type of community atmosphere, those are going to be the ones who find like the success and really the like following the support of the community.
Right. I don't know. Maybe we got to open up a bar. We'd buy a cheap bar in Detroit.
I just told you I was going to delve into alcoholism and die if we did that. You're like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's do it. You brew 100 gallons of beer and just, yeah.
Bar and restaurant. You gotta stay sober enough to bartend. That's the rule.
At this point, we don't even have to do the fucking religion thing. But if we're doing the restaurant and bar, it has to be called the wine and bread cult.
The wine and bread cult.
Like, that is now 100% required. Just saying. These are the prerequisites for me to join you.
Yeah.
That, and I don't work in the... Like, hey, have Amber work in the kitchen. She loves working in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, she's good at it.
Yeah. I don't want to.
You're not even going to help with prep stuff? I'll even help with prep stuff. You're going to chop some vegetables?
Listen. No.
No.
I've done my time.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, you could if you're brewing all the beer and stuff like that, that'd be a full-time job.
Brewing it, sampling it again, brewing it. I mean, This is not the time though to go into hospitality business, anyways.
No. We're gonna go deep in a recession. But in 5 years, when the U.S. has collapsed and we're ready to buy the ashes, you know.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Another like 10, 20 years, restaurants are gonna be fucking essential because nobody knows how to fucking cook for themselves.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's a trend that changes, but we'll see. I don't know if people will go to restaurants or they'll just keep doing fast food.
I mean, it's cheaper now to go to a restaurant than it is to fast food.
Yeah.
Like legit, you can get a burger at a diner cheaper than you can get a McDonald's burger.
Yeah. People still eat that shit up though. McDonald's
I
by
know.
me is packed all the time. I don't know.
People join cults and listen to shitty AI music.
Hey, but see, if people join shitty cults and listen to shitty music, if we have a good cult with good music,
Good
in
music.
It, we could have a pretty successful cult, you know? Like, how many of you watch a cult documentary? How many of them are giving out fresh bread, you know?
Right?
It's a pretty good deal.
How many of them are singing Italian gibberish in a high falsetto while holding a wicker basket right underneath?
We're keeping the church hymns.
Oh, Montemelo! We're never coming here again. I'm lying. This is amazing.
Yeah, the bread's too good.
This is too good. What's your secret? It has cocaine in it.
Yeah. It's the body of Jesus.
Ah! Shut up!